choose a player or enter your name. Then, click on the sign-in button to start the story. This is George. He was a good little monkey, but always very curious. One day, George's friend Billy came over with a special friend.
George, when the people at the newspaper hear this bird, they won't believe it.
George and Billy went inside and found the newsroom. They met Hildy Hawkins, one of the Daily Bulletin star reporters.
You must be Billy. I'm glad you stopped by. But listen, I'm very busy. What's so special about this bird? Lola, was it?
That's right. Lola is the best storyteller you'll ever meet. She can tell you what it's like to climb Mount Everest. She can tell you about having tea with the Queen of England. And she can do tricks that no other bird can do.
Well, that would make a great story indeed. I'd like to talk to her.
Sure, but please, whatever you do, don't open the cage. She'll fly away, and it will be almost impossible to get her back.
Okay, go ahead, Lola. Tell me a story.
Well, Hildy, before they built the Brooklyn Bridge, who do you think everyone counted on to get all of that mail across the river? Me! That's who! I'd like to share this with you, but first, I'd like you to get me some Happy Face crackers.
Lola!
Wow, you're right. She's amazing. This'll make a great story. Just a sec. Hildy Hawkins here.
Hey, Hill, there's a fire on Beacon Street. That's your beat, isn't it?
Sure is. I'll be right there. The three of you stay right here. I'll be back soon. We'll have just enough time to write your story for the afternoon edition.
Looks like we'll be here for a while. I'm gonna look around. You stay here and watch Lola.
Psst! George, do me a favor. Open the door.
George thought Billy said not to open the door, but George was curious. He wanted to see what kinds of tricks Lola could do.
George, I've been practicing a triple flip.
George had never seen that before. He reached over and... Sure enough, Lola was happy to be out of her cage, but she didn't do any tricks. Instead, she circled around the room, and then...
Oh no!
She flew out the window and headed for the roof. George felt very sorry. There was nothing to do but go after her.
Be careful, George. I'll meet you up there.
George climbed up to the very top of the newspaper building. He found a pair of painters hard at work. They were working on a fancy new sign-making machine. They were very busy and did not look happy about having visitors.
Hey! Where'd this bird come from?
Here, birdie, come here. Stay away from there.
Oh, paint! I remember when I was the centerpiece of the royal portrait. The diamonds on my crown were so heavy, I could hardly hold my head up. Such hard work.
That darn bird. Keep her off the... Oh, no. Look out for the wet paint.
Drat! How are we going to finish this job by lunchtime?
Well, maybe George can help us.
Yeah! George, can you help us, please?
George felt bad. He let Lola out of her cage, and now she'd caused a lot of trouble. George saw that the painters were upset, so he decided to help them paint their signs.
Click on the letters to spell each word. Then George will paint the sign. Click on the big buttons to change the color. Ready? Spell at. Aim the paint at the sign. At. A. T. Great! Spell. Had. I had a plan. Had. H. A. D. Had. Great! Spell. Kiss. Do you like getting a kiss goodnight? Kiss. K. I. S. S. Kiss. Super! Spell milk. I have milk and cookies for a snack. Milk. M. I. L. K. Milk. Good work. Spell top. Hey, we're on top of a building. Top. T. O. P. Top. Excellent. Spell pond. I like to fish in the big pond. Pond. P. O. N. D. Pond. Good work. Spell rest. Let's rest in the shade. Rest. R. E. S. T. Rest. Super! Spell bed. When I'm tired, I do not like to get out of bed. Bed. B. E. D. Bed. Great!
Nice work! Look at all of these signs! Thanks for helping us, George!
Hey, George, Lola just landed on top of the building next door. Let's go!
Wait! Take this! That bird is dangerous to have around. If you don't catch her soon, you're gonna need this to warn everybody.
George took the sign. Then he and Billy hurried off to catch up with Lola.